Today I'm going to be talking about the role of the back leg when serving. The back leg helps to play a big part in you driving up to the ball. It also helps you to be more explosive. It also adds more power to your serve as you have a better trajectory when hitting down on your serve. I'm going to show you guys the 3 exercises now. The first exercise I'm going to show you today is where your body is facing forwards, and what I want you to practice is keeping your elbows nice and high, and as you turn you can see how my legs will bend. I'm not forcing my legs to go down and twist. I'm naturally loading as I'm turning my shoulders, just like so. This is to help me to store energy from the legs, and when I'm coiling and loading and storing that energy, I want you to release and throw upwards nice and high. The serve is a throwing action, but it's an upwards throwing action. So I want you to store energy with the legs, release nice and high, store with the legs, and release. So what I love for you guys to try is to make sure that when you're turning and loading, as you can see, I'm coiling my body and I'm storing energy with that back leg to help me to release up nice and high. This gives me that extra little boost from that back leg driving up and into the court. It would look something like so with full motion. Store the energy from the back leg. As you can see from me coiling, my knee will bend as I'm serving, just like so. If I put it into a smoother full range of motion, therefore without stopping, it will look like this. Because as you can see, watching as though my back leg is storing the energy to help me to push upwards and give me extra power. Here's another great exercise to help you with the loading and transfer from your back leg. So we're going to place a few balls on the floor just behind you. And what we're going to do is, as you're picking the ball up, your weight is on that back leg predominantly, about 60-40. So you want that weight on that back leg, you want that arm pointing up high as you explode up and forwards into the court. So as you can see, that when I'm bending my knees, I'm not bending my knees downwards like a squat. As you can see, when I'm storing that energy, that from that coiling of the first exercise, that helps me to pick the ball up here as I'm pointing up. As you can see, my weight's on my back leg, and for me to compensate myself when balancing, what you want to notice is that if my hips are shifting forward slightly, I can create that little arc, that little nice Nike tick here, or what we know as the L 90 degree angle. So it's storing that energy down here, storing from the back leg as I explode. Ready? So coiling, down and up. Ready? Storing that energy and up. Just like so. And finally, the last exercise that I want to present to you is the shifting from the back leg to front leg. This is a little bit trickier and a little bit more advanced and may take some time in getting control. If I were to get you started with this exercise, I would get your front foot on the toe, back foot placed on the floor, and I want you to shift from your back leg to front leg to land. So if we were to start without throwing the ball, on the toe, back leg to front leg, back leg to front leg. This gives you that feeling of you're driving up to the ball and forwards inside the court. If I were to put this into the throwing motion, storing the energy, picking the ball up from the ground, toe on the floor, drive up and land. Putting it all together in one smooth motion, smooth and in. You can also advance this a little bit further, and what I want you to notice is that when I take the weight off my front leg, you can see all the energy is stored on that back leg. This is really going to help you to push and drive up. So back to front. If I were to put the racket in, it's a little bit trickier, may take some time to practice. Storing the energy, back to front, back to front. I'm now going to show you a variety of angles of me serving. So as you can see, I'm going to put that back leg into action and show what I got. Loading from the back leg, storing the energy and presenting myself inside the court. I'd like you to focus in particular the weight on the back leg. This is enforced from that coil, storing the energy down to help me to drive into the court. Smooth front to back, down and through. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video on how to load better with that back leg with my 3 different exercises. And if you found this useful, leave a comment down below or share too. Be sure to subscribe and enjoy more content on my tennis channel. Take care, guys.